Yo, we are back. It's the Goodfellas Podcast. It's your boy Dougie. I got 5 and 8 Will with me. It is NBA Finals week.
Yes, it is.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
But we're going to dive right into it, man. We was talking about the all-NBA teams. Before we break down Eastern Conference Finals, break down our finals preview, we got some discrepancies amongst the crew with who should have made this all-NBA team.
Not amongst the crew.
No,
Just one member.
Maybe amongst one, okay? So, all-NBA first team, we got Curry, Harden, PG, you got Giannis, and you got Jokic, right? Second team, we got Kyrie, Dame, Kawhi, KD, and Embiid. Third team, Kemba, Westbrook, Bron, Blake Griffin, and Gobert. Okay? Klay Thompson has been a topic of discussion with the All-NBA team. Should he have been on it? Is he getting slighted because he's on this great team? Let's just kick it off from there, man. Let's start from there, man. Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna let Five go first.
Go ahead, man.
Man, I got like 3 players that should be on the team before play.
Look, speak on it.
We might have the same three.
Speak on it.
I got like 3 players that should be on the team before play. Bradley Beal should be on the team before.
Yep.
I'd put D'Angelo Russell on the team before I play.
Ooh.
Yes, I'd put D'Angelo Russell on the team before I play him.
Okay.
It's something I'd put Vooch on the team before I put him on the team.
Okay.
Well, he can't be on
He
the team
can't
because
because
he's
he's
a big man. Trying to think who else.
What about Ben Simmons?
Nah, give me Clay over him. You can make an argument though. I can see somebody make an argument, but give me Clay over him. But yeah, definitely give me those 2 guards. Yeah.
And Klay average was
give me those 2.
21.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 46%, 47% from the field, 40% from 3, 81 from the free throw line, right?
Which is more than respectable.
No, he was an all-star this year, right? Those are, but like, come on, man, he's not carrying them night in and night out.
He's not.
Like, there's more players deserving.
What if I say in the group chat? It's hard being Batman every night. It's easier when you get to be Alfred or who was up?
What's it, Alfred the Butler?
Man, look, Bradley Beal averaged 26, 5, and 5.5. Career high in steals too. Yeah, and I'm looking at our cameraman who thought Klay Thompson should have been all NBA. Those not all NBA numbers?
His argument was his argument. Let's state his argument. His argument was that you would not have a backcourt of Russell Westbrook and Kemba Walker. So we said even if you went position by position, Klay still doesn't make it as a shooting guard over Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal had the better numbers.
I'm saying good enough.
And he had to be Batman every night. Every night.
Kemba, if you want to go that route, 26. 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Bro, they carrying the load, bro. I don't care how many games he won, bro. Like, they carrying the load.
Danny, you want to come over here?
You want to defend yourself? You want to send this 21 points a game what we doing?
I can do it right here, man.
The people can't hear you from over there.
Speak loud enough they can.
I speak loud enough. The problem is with the system itself. Of course, those guys had a better season. But when you have money on the line, it changes. We're not just talking about the season. Okay, they had a great season, great. You took away $30 million extra from a guy in Klay Thompson that you would pick over everybody you just said. You would pick Klay Thompson in general over Bradley Beal, right? Or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
You would take Bradley Beal over Klay Thompson.
Yes.
Why?
Because I've seen, like I told y'all in the group chat, we have seen Bradley do it. We've seen Kemba do it. You're saying that Klay deserves the Supermax, and we have not seen him be the man on a team. We have not seen him.
Because he doesn't have to be. You can't fault him for that.
But yes, you can.
You you're asking me,
Bradley
Beal?
So you're asking me to pay. You're asking me to pay Klay Thompson $200 million guaranteed, and I've never seen him be the main guy on the team. Yes, I can.
But you asking me,
yes,
but you asking the
can.
owner to have to offer this man a max contract just because he had a great season, and we can't even get past the first round.
So
And
there's
I
a
can't get
difference
nobody
between, but there's a difference between a max and a supermax.
Oh,
If
I'm
Klay
talking
made
Supermax.
the
Supermax.
All NBA team, he would have been eligible for the Supermax.
Supermax, exactly.
We have not seen him carry a team. You're absolutely right. I could hold that against him. Yes.
But I can hold that against Bradley because he carried the team. Carried them where?
It's all NBA, bro. It's
I
not
know,
all
I'm
NBA
not
in
faulting
the
the players.
playoffs.
I'm not faulting the players. I'm faulting the system because it's a stupid system to
All
begin
right,
with.
let
I'm
me-
giving more money to players. It makes them look better than what they. I want to say it like.
So do you think Klay Thompson is worth $200 and something million?
But I said in the group chat, I do not think Klay Thompson was a supermax either. But I would give it to him over Kimba because Klay has superstar talent. Even though he's second greatest shooter all time.
And Kimba don't got superstar talent?
He ain't. What? If I'm gonna give my player the supermax, man, I have to have results within my team.
So Klay is ranked higher in your all-time players in the NBA right now over Kemba Walker.
Yes. Man, average 21.5 points.
We need
as a
to
third
be-
option.
I know y'all finna get on him for that, but he actually is going somewhere with this. Actually,
About the money thing?
no, about you would pay Clay the money before you would pay Kimba the money.
I'm gonna give Kimba that
I
supermax
think most
221 million.
GMs would rather give Clay the money than give Kimba the money.
Supermax money. And we haven't seen Klay carry it. When you give a player supermax money, that means you are my franchise cornerstone player. Let's just break it down. Like some nights, Klay might be their fourth option. Like in all honesty, he might be their fourth best player.
It's possible. Yeah.
So we're saying that we are comfortable with giving the fourth best player on arguably one of the best teams to ever play the game of basketball $200 million.
But he's also gotten it done being the second best player on the team too.
I ain't arguing
He's
that.
gotten it done. But what he really was saying is that if you're an NBA GM,
Okay.
right, you got Bill, you got free agents, right? All right,
Okay.
Bill, Kimba, and Clay. He's saying that most GMs are gonna look at Clay first before they look at Bill or Kimba. I kind of agree with that. Like I do kind of agree with that. I think GMs would be if they could go knock at any three of those players' door day one of free agency, most are gonna go to Klay Thompson's door first. I know Bill numbers look great. I know Kimba numbers look great. I think they can do a little bit more too. But as far as improving their team and improving their franchise and putting them in a better position to win games, I think they would go knocking on Klay's door. I mean, and he's saying more than that. Trust me, he's saying more than that. But that little point that he did bring up, I was like,
But
Okay.
am I giving Klay? So my question then becomes: am I giving Klay the supermax money to be the guy, or am I giving him that money to be the second guy?
Well, I also think that you're gonna start seeing the second best guys getting that type of money.
Okay, so then I'm okay with it. If
Almost like a Chris Paul type deal.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm okay with that if that's what we're saying. But if so now here's my issue, because I agree with you that the system is flawed. Booth, I agree 100%, right? Like, making the all-NBA team shouldn't dictate how much money you are willing or able to make on the open market. It shouldn't dictate that. I agree with that 100%. But I will say, if I'm a GM and I got Kimba, Bill, and Klay as my three to give the Supermax, and I'm asking them to be the guy, not the second guy, I'm choosing Kimba first.
I mean, I'm not mad at you for choosing them. I mean, like I said, I think those two players do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if you've already got a guy on your team, say like the Lakers.
Yeah.
All right, you got LeBron on your team, right? And then you got a chance to get Klay, Bill, or Kimba.
I'm going with Klay.
I think everybody would. I mean, I think everybody would. Like, I kind of get where he's going with that asset, but I don't think that he should be making $40 million a year.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly don't think that. He just doesn't do enough to be making $40 million a year. I mean,
I need more than 4 dribbles.
Only thing was, man, Jordan got the option to give this man $221 million, right? He gives that man $221 million supermax contract. What does that do? He gets paid, and they suck, and they
Number
can't get
one,
nobody else.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan is not gonna offer Kim.
I know that he's not. I'm just saying, but that's the point. Kim might want that. Now he might leave. Now you really it's a lose-lose situation for Charlotte because this man is even in a position to have a supermax.
But to be honest with you, we talked a little bit about this when it came out. It's a win for the Warriors, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's a win for the Warriors. It makes it easier to re-sign him.
Easy.
He can't ask for more than he's really worth. I mean he's probably gonna get a little bit more than he's worth anyways, but he can't get the extensive more than he's worth. And now you're able to go and look at the Cousins, the Draymonds, and you can see if you can afford those guys. Because if they do give him big money, they probably are going to lose KD.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they just want to just go bankruptcy and just be way over the cap, which could happen, but we'll see. I mean,
I heard today on First Things First, you don't buy a team not to go on a luxury tax.
I say that all the time. I said that with the Cavs.
You don't buy a team not to not go on a luxury tax.
But listen, I said when
you got to pay money to win.
But listen, I said when the Cavs did it, it will put you behind, and you will be stuck in a bad place if guys don't live up to the money that you're throwing out.
Absolutely.
And it could absolutely 1,000% happen. I mean, you're talking about everybody on the Warriors are 30. I mean, Clay's approaching 30. Steph is 30. Draymond's approaching 30. Like, in 2 years, if they start declining, like, they're not going to be worth the money that you give them. Yep. And then now you're stuck with those contracts, and you're stuck in the luxury. You paid all this money, and then now
you're not winning.
You're not winning either. So, I mean, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I mean, if they want to keep the ship rolling, for 1 or 2 more years, they will. But I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
System's flawed, Booth.
System's flawed, man.
I agree with that. The system is flawed.
I don't really care as much.
You think that your money should be tied to media and to the media voting whether or not you are a top 15 player in the league? And if you really break it down, they're saying you're a top 6 at your position.
I think besides the year that Harden didn't make any of the teams, they pretty much get it right.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I've ever not agreed with them is when Harden. Yeah, that was tragic. I mean,
Do you think AD has an argument
for this year?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he had.
Okay, because he didn't play enough games.
He didn't play enough games. And he didn't play enough minutes either. He probably only averaged about 26 minutes a game, 27 minutes. He just didn't play enough minutes. But I mean, that's gonna go against him though. Like say if the players would have voted and they voted him in.
Yeah.
And now everybody looking at him like he's crazy, and then he's eligible for the Supermax. When realistically, he didn't put in the time this year to earn it. Yeah. And so now you kind of screwed. So, and then it also gives players like Rudy Gobert, nobody's talking about Rudy Gobert, but Rudy Gobert is going to be up for the Supermax when his contract is up.
That's right.
Because he was Defensive Player of the Year last year, and he was on the All-NBA team this year.
Yeah.
So
he's on the All-Defensive team.
And he was on the All-Defensive team, so he's going to be eligible for Supermax too.
Is Draymond eligible? Was Draymond on the All-Defensive team?
I don't know all
this
defensive
year?
teams.
Yeah.
I don't think all defensive teams matters. I think it's all NBA and then awards. So Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, MVPs.
So if Draymond wins Defensive Player of the Year this year,
yes, he will.
He's eligible for the
He's
Supermax.
eligible for the Supermax.
So okay, now let's go back to the Warriors.
Mhm.
If Draymond's eligible for the Supermax, do you give it to him?
No.
And you know they're gonna ask for it. He's with Clutch Sports.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you give it to him?
I mean, no. I mean, they're gonna have to try to negotiate that down.
man,
But it's gonna be hard though.
The finals is gonna have a lot to do with this, man, because they can win without KD. I just feel like KD is not gonna be as. I feel like they're gonna try to keep the Splash Brothers together regardless.
Oh, they are.
But
Right.
But ticket sales too.
But I feel like if they can win without KD,
Yeah.
that's gonna have Draymond hey, all 3 of us have been able to get this done without this guy,
yeah.
and that's gonna be
But
his
do you
leverage.
give him the Supermax?
That's gonna be tough.
He gonna ask for it.
Yeah.
Like 5 said.
But I mean, if you want
to
if you want to keep your core together,
Look, man, Clutch about that dollar bill,
if
man.
you want to keep your core together, you go and stay, and you can win one.
It's no way I'm giving Draymond the Supermax and I can't give it to Clay. I don't care what he did to deserve it. I'm sorry. And that's why I say the system is flawed. I'm sorry.
I don't think he'll get it though. I don't think he's gonna win the award, but I mean, it's always a chance. But I think Giannis gonna win it. To be honest with you, I think Giannis
I
gonna
think
win it.
PG.
And then you're talking about Giannis gonna be eligible signing the biggest Supermax contract
Ever.
of all time in a couple years.
Yeah, about 500
But
million.
I mean, he's underpaid right now. He's only making $20 million a year.
Speaking of Giannis,
He need to work on that $20 million.
speaking of Giannis, right to our next subject, they lost in 6 to the Raptors.
We all was wrong.
Definitely was wrong.
We all was wrong.
I had it going 7.
You had a 7. I had Bucks in 5.
I think I had Bucks at 5.
So disrespectful.
I mean, we was on the right track.
We was. They started off 2-0.
A few series start off 2-0.
But what I said about the close game scared me with the Bucks really did come to life. I mean, it did. I mean, I had question marks about them being able to close games. And I said if the Raptors can keep games super close, they would have a chance to win games down the stretch because of Leonard's shot making. And the fact that I don't know where the Bucks are going to go to get that same type of shot making. And they didn't have it. Like Middleton didn't have it going. Giannis' game just isn't like that. Like people have to stop saying that Giannis has to get better. Like he does have to get better, but that's not his game. It's never gonna be his game. Like he's never gonna be that guy catch, swing through, jab, one dribble, pull up. Like he's just not going to be that guy. Like he's just not.
He's 24. You don't think he can? He's got to develop something.
It's not his game. It's just not his game. Like it's just not him. Like he's got a hitch in his jump shot. First of all, like he's a long strider when he dribbles.
Yeah.
So it's all about footwork when you're talking about jump shots. Footwork, mechanics in your jump shot. He doesn't have that. He's gonna have to change all of that. Like I don't think people understand like how much he's gonna have to physically change to get it.
So let me ask you this question. Since you're saying he's probably not gonna get better, can Milwaukee?
Well, I didn't say he's not gonna get better. I just said he's not gonna have that aspect of his game.
Okay,
you're probably not gonna see that.
So can Milwaukee win a championship where your best player is a predominant drive and kick guy?
Yes and no. So he has to have somebody similar to his stature, especially probably like a wing player who can get his own at the end of games.
Okay.
Kind of like I don't know, and I hate to say it like this because I feel like LeBron can get his own, but like when LeBron first went to Miami, right? It was like LeBron led them for 4.5 quarters, and then all right, now we're gonna put the ball in Wade's hand to bring home the games. Like they looked at Wade as being the closer because he could get his own from different spots of the floor. He had back-to-back game, mid-range game. He could get all the way to the rim. Like he had less holes in his offensive game than LeBron did at the time. He's gonna need that type of guy. I mean, he just is. I mean, he's gonna need that Kyrie, that some type of guy like that, to where he might be better than him, but a guy he can lean on the end of games who can say, man, listen, go get us a bucket, man. Go get us a bucket. He's gonna need that type of guy.
So did the Bucks make a mistake in re-signing Eric Bledsoe?
Dude, Eric Bledsoe just don't show up when they need him.
But again, look at his game. He's a drive and kick guy. And you're trying to make him a shooter.
But his drives wasn't even working.
But I mean, think about it, right? It's hard when your best player is a drive and kick guy, right? And maybe your second and third best player is also a driving. When your two primary ball handlers do the exact same thing, drive and kick, it makes it easy for the defense to defend. So in the regular season, it's beautiful because not a lot of teams make that adjustment. Not a lot of teams understand. But in a 7-game series where teams can make adjustments, teams watch film, they understand. Like, dude, Bledsoe got the ball in his hand, he's gonna do one thing: drive and kick. Giannis got the ball in his hand, he's gonna do one thing: drive and kick. We don't have to help off of Middleton because we're gonna build this wall with everybody else. And all they do is put shooters in the corners. And that's where Toronto was able to beat them. They took what Milwaukee was able to do all year long and shut it down. They shut it down.
I agree. And the Bucks didn't use Giannis right until probably the last game.
Where they started giving him the ball a little bit in the post?
A little bit in the post. They started using him as a ball screener a little bit. They hit him on a couple pick and rolls, couple lobs. To me, they had been using him like that all year, and then they kind of went away from it after they won those first 2 games because they were hitting shots. And then they had to go back to it for the last game and a half, game 5 and game 6. It was too late. It was just too late after that. But, I mean, they still look good. I mean, they were in every game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a couple bounces. I mean, a couple shots go in. Like, we talking about Milwaukee Warriors finals.
Yeah.
So, they're right there. But people have to stop putting that on Giannis. It's just not his game. It's never been his game.
Yeah.
So stop thinking that it's going to become his game because he just, like I said, it's all about mechanics. Like just even look at Leonard. Like Leonard, you can tell Leonard naturally, like, couldn't do some of the things that he does on the floor now.
Yeah.
Like he's been taught this stuff. Like it's mechanics, it's footwork, it's body movement. He's gonna have to learn how to get space, create space, pull up. Like you can tell some of the things that he's doing. He's been taught, and he's done it repetitively over and over and over again to where he's learned it. I don't know if Giannis can do that.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What does Giannis need to do? Because like I always say, man, you're supposed to be the guy on your team. You got to elevate your game. He averaged 23 points this series. Shot, 58% from the free throw line. Like, he didn't play good. Like, what in his game can he do to elevate his game to that next level? Because until he elevates his game to that next level, they going to be stuck in the same spot, coming up short.
Pick better spots. I think a lot of his drives were forced. Just put one dribble, one stride, putting his head down, trying to get all the way to the rim. Hopefully you get a foul if you don't make it. I just don't like how when he drives to the hole and they build this wall. I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit. Like he acts surprised that there's two other people there. Like, dude, like come on, man. You know they know you're driving. Like you should be. You should be ready to kick. You should be looking at the guy helping, and it should be an immediate kick. It shouldn't be like it's another guy here. Now I got to jump. I got to look to see what my player is, and he does a lot of that, like a lot of that. And he kind of, they tell you the worst thing you can do is jump on pass, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and it really is. I mean, he makes it come to life because he has a hard time finding guys. Passes aren't on point. So now guys got to catch it over here, regroup, and in NBA, you can't do that. Like, the passes got to be on point, otherwise guys are closing out, and you're not going to be able to shoot it.
Because the help isn't always to the body of the player.
Exactly.
The help is usually to a spot.
It's an illusion, and it's an illusion that they're closing gaps, and then when that ball gets kicked out, they're taught to get out there, sprint back, and they're real athletes out there. This ain't high school no more. This ain't overseas. It ain't like a guy gonna quit on the play and then you're gonna get an open jumper. No, these are NBA. It's the reason. I know people like to say that NBA teams don't play defense anymore, but the schemes are still the same and the mindset is still the same. It's just a little bit harder with the freedom of movement type deal.
I think Giannis does have to develop a jump shot.
Got to.
I'm not saying that he needs to be like 20, 25 range. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying 12 to 15 range. Just something that where he can feel comfortable. Like Sean Livingston, I know I get to this spot, I pull up from here, I'm hitting. Because he has that length, and that will make it harder to build that wall.
Gotcha.
Because then the defense has to come out a little further, and then when they come out a little further, maybe now when he gets to his spot, he feels more comfortable kicking it out to that player, because it's like you really now, as a defense, you have to decide, am I really coming all the way to the body, or am I really just coming to a spot, making that illusion look, or, you know what I'm saying? So I think that part of it, he does have to develop. I'm with you. It probably never will come. I think that's a lot of pressure on him.
It's gonna be hard.
Cause he just, it does, like when he shoots, it doesn't look natural.
He's got a hitch. He's
Like,
got a hitch on his jump shot.
But like, when I say natural, I'm just saying like, you know how okay, Andre Iguodala he's not the best of shooters. He wasn't known as being one of the best of shooters. But when he shoots a three, whether he airballs, whether he hits it, whatever, he shoots it with confidence. Like, it looks like, okay, he's supposed to shoot this. Giannis sometimes, even when he's set wide open and he's shooting a three, it's just like, ooh, that looked like it hurt.
I felt like he hit more jump shots though this series than I think I've ever seen him.
And he's not afraid to take them, which is a good thing. That's the
But
first.
But my thing is his comfort level.
So that's where my thing is. They're giving him that mid-range jump.
Absolutely.
Right? You an NBA player.
Yeah.
Okay? About to be MVP of the league.
Yes.
Dude, get in the gym and work on that shot. If they're going to give you that wide open shot, that is the shot you've got to be able to make.
His mechanics are just going to have to change. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, because when he puts it on the ground, like, he's got one gear. He's trying to get to the hole. He's trying to Euro step. Like he's gonna have to slow down a little bit. Maybe take that step. Maybe get a little separation. But he's got a weird type of like his jump shot's kind of in front of him a little bit. Then he's got a little hitch on it. So it's just hard. He doesn't have the confidence because I don't think he thinks he's gonna be able to get it off.
Yeah.
That's to me, especially off the dribble. Like even on some of his threes, even some of the threes that he was shooting that look wide open, like when he shoots it, like end up being like contested because of the slow hitch that he has on his jump shot. So he's gonna have to change that. I mean, he works out with Kobe, so I'm pretty sure Kobe's gonna talk to him about that. But if not, I mean, it's just about picking your spots after this. Can you post up a little bit more? I feel like he didn't post up a lot this series.
Yeah.
And when I say post up, it doesn't mean like dribble into the post. It means like somebody sets a cross screen for you, you come across, you sit on the block, and you catch it as deep as you can.
And make that move.
And you use your left hook, right? I really don't see a lot of jump hooks from him either. Like you don't really see. I remember one time he caught it. He did like a little drop step on Siakam and then tried to lay it up his right hand instead of laying up his left. It would have been a free layup, lays up his right, gets blocked.
Yeah.
That was in game 5. So
You gotta remember, he's only 24.
Only 20.
Only 24.
Can he be the best player in the league though without a jump shot?
I'm gonna say no because I saw Bob Myers. I don't know how long ago this interview was. General manager of Golden State. Dude, he was talking about regular season. He was talking about playoffs.
Yeah.
He was like, these are 2 different seasons.
Yeah.
Okay. What separates you on that level? It was when it comes to playoffs. As a superstar player, you have no weaknesses in your game.
Yeah.
That means stuff that worked for you in the regular season, in the playoffs, that's gonna get taken away at some point.
Yeah.
Depending on how far you go, right?
And you gotta go to
Once once somebody takes away plan A, plan B from your game,
Yeah.
you have a plan C to go to.
Yeah.
Right? That's what starts, okay, we can take away the 3. Okay, he can drive as well. Okay, we take away the drive, he's got mid-range, he can post up. You gotta have a complete package.
Yeah.
Giannis does not have a complete package. Like he doesn't. And it showed the deeper that they got in the postseason, which is what really separates the men from the boys. You get that deep in the postseason,
Yeah.
I mean, he walked right through Detroit, obliterated Boston,
Yeah.
and struggled.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's only 24, so I think at least Ben Simmons needs to watch his game though, because at least he's not scared to take that jumper.
I saw Shaq dominate the league. He didn't have a jump shot.
Well, Shaq was a big man. Fine, we talking about.
There are
Giannis
exceptions.
is a big man.
There's
Giannis is
exceptions.
a 4. Like
He
that's
is,
my
but he
thing.
has the ball in his hand, bringing the ball up court, running up, like setting up the offense,
He's a
running the
forward
offense.
forward Shaq. That's why Shaq called him Superman.
Yeah, but you could dump the ball to Shaq and just get out of the way.
Yeah,
And that's just maybe what Giannis needs to add to his game. I mean, he needs to just sit on the block sometimes. He's taller than a lot of people that's
He's
guarding him.
much taller.
And if he puts some weight on him, I mean, he's going to be stronger than everybody. He's already almost stronger than a lot of people. I mean, the thing is, they try to put Gasol on him a lot. So he just thinks he can just drive past him, but they just but whatever.
I think he's gonna need that mid range though. That little 12 to 15 footer, when they giving it to him, like you said, he's got to work out smoothing out that shot because they gonna leave him open.
They're gonna do it.
And you have to be able to make that shot. So I think he'll be, and it's about confidence, man. So I think he's only 24. I think
Can he
he'll
be a pick and popper?
If you work on it. If you work on it, he can
That
do
would
it.
be, but that would make him dangerous if he became.
Man, that would be.
I mean,
And he gonna have
I agree.
people telling him that though.
I mean, Blake Griffin had to go through that.
Yeah.
Like Blake Griffin couldn't shoot that 15, 17 footer at first. He learned eventually.
Amari Stoudemire couldn't either.
Mark Stoudemire the same way. I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. When Giannis can learn that, either not next year, between next year and the year after that, he's taking off.
I agree. Now, Mark Stoudemire, I like that. I like that comparison. Mark Stoudemire.
Now on the other side of the ball, Toronto, Kawhi, hey, playing like a man on a mission, out here looking for revenge, right?
Everybody
So-
calling him the next Jordan.
Cut it. Let's just cut it.
That's what they say.
Let's
Yeah,
cut it.
that's what everybody's saying.
Everybody say it remind him of Jordan. He's a two-way player. Best two-way player since Jordan, they say. You agree with that?
I mean, the way he's going right now,
You look like you agree with that.
the way he's going, but I mean, we waiting to see what he do in the finals. You know, when you get to comparing people to Mike,
You gotta wait till the
you know,
last.
don't go shit the bed in the finals. Now we out here looking, I need to see what he gonna do against Golden State.
Never, ever let anything decide you about an all-time great over 12 fucking games.
And he's only
Ever.
been
I hate it.
and he's only been the man for what?
I hate it. I hate it.
This is
This
People
really
will-
is
people will take
third season being a man.
people will take these playoffs.
Yes.
Etched in stone.
He been what a 6 game, a 7 game, and they won in what?
6.
No, they beat Orlando in 5.
In 5.
Oh,
so,
5, 7,
yeah.
6.
Yeah.
So what's that? 12. That's what 18 games, and they'll crown you the motherfucking king.
Crown.
They'll crown you off 18 games.
Crown.
Crown you. They talking about Kawhi, the best player in the league.
Yeah, you know, if they win, it's definitely gonna happen. People are gonna be crowned. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said he's definitely gonna be.
No, people are gonna crown.
I'm about to slap you on this live broadcast.
Comedy show.
Can we?
No,
Can
but
I talk to the people real quick?
Talk to the people.
Can y'all stop? Can y'all please stop crowning these people off 18 and 20 games?
Just
Please, y'all.
hey, stop doing it after one game.
Y'all did it last year with Tatum. Y'all was ready to crown Tatum was gonna be the next.
he was a no-show.
Next best thing
No
smoking, right? Y'all did it with Tatum last year, right? They did it with Tatum last year. Now y'all gonna do it with Kawhi this year. Don't stop, please.
Because if they don't live up to that, you just setting them up for disappointment. Like,
Just setting them up for disappointment.
so he's been balling though.
What's your
Sorry,
cash?
man.
I'm gonna send you a donation.
No,
He been balling though.
Send you some
he been
time.
balling.
He
He been balling.
been-
He been balling.
he
I ain't
been
gonna listen.
hooping.
I won't stun him. I won't stun him. He been balling. He been making it look easy too.
Hey,
Jump shots.
Open.
uh,
Does that year off that he had, did that make you forget how good he was? Or did he get better? And now we're like seeing a different Kawhi. Cause I don't like, and I'm gonna be the first to admit it. I did not watch a lot of Spurs games, so I didn't see a lot of Kawhi. Like I seen it when they was on TV, and it was like, damn, this guy's good. You know, like he's a great two-way player, probably the best two-way player to play the game right now. But like the way he's been balling in these playoffs, it's like I don't remember. Like I know San Antonio, it was a system, but I don't think he had this in him.
You wanna go first?
I feel like it's a lot to go into that. So number one, what the Raptors did worked to their advantage this year. Load management. Okay.
Okay.
It worked to perfection.
Yeah.
They are in the NBA Finals, and Kawhi is playing the best basketball we've seen Kawhi play, right? Number two, he got to sit out. How many games he played last year? About 8?
9.
9 games?
Played 9 games.
Okay? So he's been resting for a while. He's been resting for a while, okay?
Them legs fresh, huh?
Not only that, you get moved to Toronto, now people are saying it's probably a chip on his shoulder. Like, can he carry a team? We haven't, like you said, we haven't seen him play. Can he do this?
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I think he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't necessarily show it with, you know, emotion. He don't show it.
Was that the laugh?
Oh,
You got that man sound like radio.
Hey, could you do that one more time?
Radio!
So he don't show any emotion, bro. But the man got game. As robotic as he is, the man got game. So you gotta respect him for that.
They called him Jordan Terminator.
Dude,
The turtle.
because he know exactly where he want to go on the floor.
Your Terminator.
He know exactly where he want to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stop him from getting to that spot. He's strong. He's tall. Like, dude, he's got the total package. But like,
I think you can't speed. Like, I don't think you can speed him up either. Like, he plays at his pace.
I will say this though.
Alright.
It's gonna get a lot harder. It's gonna get harder this series. I'm not saying he's not gonna go out there and get his, but I don't think he's gonna make it look as easy. I mean, he's going against Brogdon, Middleton, some George Hill was on him this series. All right, now we're talking about Clay, Draymond, Iguodala. They get KD back. KD, like, he gonna be going against better guys. Even the 76ers series, I mean, they didn't put a lot of Jimmy on him. He going against a young Ben Simmons. Like, he's gonna see better wing defenders this year. So he's gonna have to change some things up.
he is, but man, I know it's a short, like, glimpse of what we got to see, but when Zaza stepped on that man's foot, he had, 24 and 26 minutes or 26
They
and
all were
24
going
minutes.
crazy. They all were going crazy though.
He was leading the charge.
I
though.
think Aldridge had like 17 at half. Ginobili had like 10 and had 10 or 12. Danny Green had like 12. They all were going nuts. Like
was killing.
they all were killing. They were all in their zone. So they were shooting like 70% of the field in the first half. Like it wasn't just a Kawhi thing. Don't get me wrong. Kawhi was leading the charge, but it was everybody. Like they all were missing. And then the injury happened, and it did have something to do with it. I mean,
So
anybody should tell you that.
Yeah.
so we got NBA Finals start. Was it Thursday, right?
Thursday, 7 p.m.
All right, man.
Stop crowning these people, y'all.
Hey, who y'all got? Got quiet.
Listen, I told y'all my hot take. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I gave y'all
revisit
my
it.
hot
No,
take.
you didn't tell us your hot take.
I did tell y'all my hot take last week.
You did
Oh,
say
last
that.
week. Oh,
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
week, I told y'all today my hot take. You know what I'm saying? I had to
So you
sizzle.
you put some ice on that?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Chill.
It chilled out.
Chill.
That tornado yesterday threw it out.
That hill came down.
Listen, gone.
The ice storm.
Gone. I really think, and I was thinking about this, right? Toronto, defensively, only defensively, can make the game much harder for Golden State than I think people are going to realize or give them credit for. And when you really think about it, if KD doesn't come back, Golden State really only has 2 scorers, and that's Klay and Steph. Kawhi is going to be on one of those 2. And we know, we've seen him in Philly, we've seen him in this past the Bucks series. We've seen him be able to defend the best player on the other team and still go and get his. So it's not like that's not going to hurt him. So if he says, okay, if they start a game and say we're gonna put you on Klay, he can ice Klay out the game, and you can run, Kyle Lowry, Siakam, Danny Green. That's it that I'm thinking of at Curry, and let them, make it tough for him before maybe you have to put Kawhi on, or you can start the game with Kawhi on them and let the others go and guard Klay, and that can make the game hard for Golden State.
I want to see how they. So I 1,000% agree with you. 1,000% agree with you. But how are they going to defend the movement of Golden State? Are they going to switch a lot? Because Golden State gonna move without the ball,
Yes,
right?
they are.
So it's not gonna be like, it could be like he's gonna fight through screens and then you're gonna give up some backdoor layups, or you're gonna give up some open jump shots just because of how well they move, or are you gonna switch some of these screens and leave the Siakams, leave the Ibakas?
Yes.
How many minutes are they gonna play Gasol this series? Is gonna be big. But I'm 1,000. I agree. I said before. I said that the Warriors would struggle if KD does not come back beating either one of these teams.
Yeah.
I still think it is a thing. I think if Golden State can't win it in 6, I don't think they win it at all.
If Kevin Durant does not play this series, the
Okay.
Toronto Raptors will be world champions.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
you going to Vegas with that?
So everybody's on board.
If
You don't
Kevin Durant does not play,
Hold on, I'll tell you how much money you will win if you put some money on that.
because you look, even your boy Kyle Lowry, right?
Yeah, he's a great
Defender.
He's a great defender.
And-
I will give him that credit. He's a great defender, and I was thinking about that. Like, at first I was like, man, Golden State just clicking. They in that groove. But then I seen the last 3 games of Milwaukee and Toronto, and I was just I feel like the first 2 games Kawhi wasn't sticking Giannis, but then them last 4 games. Like game 3, I feel like they put him on him a little bit just to see what it would look like, would it affect his game, and it did. And then game 4, game 5, and game 6, when he was guarding him, and it really didn't affect Kawhi on the offensive end, and he was actually pacing himself on the offensive end and picking his spots. Now I know it had something to do with Van Vliet hitting all those threes, and that helped him. But just his ability to be able to guard Giannis and still get his, that made me like, all right, I gotta revisit this a little bit.
And Van Fleet's gonna have to continue to play like that.
He is.
They 1,000% need that.
Or they need Danny Green to finally hit a jump shot.
Ever since he had his baby,
It's gonna take one of those 2.
he been on fire.
Yeah, but you know percentages always play out.
They
so.
do. But that's the crazy. That's the scary part, right? Because if he starts missing and Danny Green starts hitting,
They need one of those two to make shots.
and we've seen Danny Green hit shots, and
It can't just be Kawhi out there.
No.
They will not win. They will not win.
No, they won't.
Because first of all, Kawhi's not going to shoot 60%, 55% from the field on a consistent game-to-game basis versus the Warriors. It's just not going
he
to
might
happen.
not even shoot 40%.
It's just not going to happen. It's just not. They're going to have some type of scheme. They have, like I said, they just got better wing defenders.
Yeah.
Like, just point blank period. Like, some of those tough shots he's making, like, he's going to have to make over better defenders. The pick and roll isn't going to be Lopez showing, it's going to be Draymond, you know. So they're going to just be able to just switch it. It's not like he's just going to be trying to create space against Brook Lopez all series long. Like, no, it's going to be just as good defender as it was before this on him. So it's going to be a little tougher. That's just me. I think so.
Siakam's got who?
And I was just about to ask,
You got
do
who?
you think we're going to see a lot of the Siakam-Leonard pick and roll?
Got to see Siakam.
Pick and pop.
And
I mean,
he's got to. He's to me. Man.
it almost don't even matter because, like I said, they just gonna switch it. Like,
So, but let me ask you this.
so you might see a little more Looney on them, some
Who does
Bell
Curry
on them.
guard? Who does Curry
They'll
guard?
put him on Lowry. They'll put him on. I think they put him on Danny Green a little bit in the regular season. They had Clay guarding Lowry,
Yeah.
which is a good matchup. I mean, because Danny Green's not gonna
Do
put
you-
any pressure
do
on
you
him. They tried to
attack-
poke Danny Green up a little bit. I remember.
Do you attack that? Do you pick and roll that? When you-
No,
when
I
you
don't.
let
Well,
Kawhi
I
attack?
mean, I don't think the Raptors are that type of team to try to search out mismatches with Curry like the way that other ISO teams do, like the Rockets and the Cavs did in the past. I don't think they're really going to try to do that. I think they're going to stick to the regular offense that they run and just kind of get buckets that way. But I could be wrong though. I mean, Nurse has been making some adjustments, so.
I hope they don't do that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I don't think teams are very successful in searching out Steph on the defensive end.
And then it takes so many seconds off the shot clock because if you don't get the switch the first time,
You got to do it
and
again.
then you try to go ahead and do it again, and then if you don't get the switch that time, now it's just like you just burnt 15, 18 seconds for no reason. Now your guy got to force up a jump.
And you gotta have somebody that's comfortable going to him. Like you said, just seeking out a mismatch just to seek it out. If you got like Danny Green in the post, like that's not gonna help you win.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not. Like you want to look at the people that's killing. Like you need somebody to go at him like Kyrie used to go at him. Right? Danny Green, that's not his calling.
So does Kyle Lowry have to be aggressive?
Kyle Lowry has
by,
to play
by
like
Steph Curry?
He has to play like an all-star this series.
Well, listen. Let's temper our expectations.
No, for him to win, like he has to play like an all-star this series. And I'm not saying averaging like 25, but he's got to average to me this series between 17, 18 points. He's got to take it up another notch.
I just want Lowry to stay consistent in his defense on whether it's Curry or Clay. Just stay consistent. Like that's his impact on the game. Stay within that.
They beat them twice this year too.
They did.
Curry didn't play the first game though. That was one of the games Curry was out.
Is that the game?
That
What's
was
the name?
Durant
51.
went crazy.
Yeah. 51.
That the one in Toronto.
That was the one in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
and
went to
then they
overtime.
dogged them in. They dogged them in Golden State. They beat them by 20.
Whew.
Yeah, they dogged them.
Yikes.
Lowry was killing that game. I think Lowry had like 30.
Yikes.
So I don't know if you can expect that though.
Nah, but he's gonna have to play all-star
Yeah.
level. He's gonna like he had a 30-point game against the Bucks. He's gonna need something like that against Golden State.
Actually, Kawhi didn't even play that game.
Which one?
The second game?
Yeah, the second game when they moved Golden State out. Yeah, Kawhi didn't even play that game.
It's interesting.
I want to see how many minutes they play Gasol. I want to see how they use Gasol.
So do you start Gasol or do you start Ibaka?
I'll start Gasol.
They haven't played him yet with Gasol, so that'd be interesting.
Do you start Gasol, Ibaka, and Siakam, or
If Cousins plays, I think you gotta start Gasol, right?
Yeah. You got to.
Yeah, then you just gotta start him.
do you think we would see that lineup though? Gasol, Ibaka, Siakam on the court at the same time?
No.
Not at all.
God, no.
Nah.
Come on, they just run the pick and roll. Whoever Gasol's got, they just run the pick and roll and just let Curry just go at him.
Yeah. But on the offensive end, Gasol got to be.
He got to be.
He had some jump shots late in that game.
Dude,
that
and they leave
kinda
him
set-
open.
They leave him
Yeah,
wide.
he had 5 points actually in the last like 3 minutes of that last.
They leave him wide open.
At the corner 3, then he had 2 free throws.
Like, he's got to have some type of impact. He just can't be out there exercising.
I agree.
Can't.
No, Danny Green can't be out there exercising.
Yeah, nah.
Danny Green
My
got
fellow Tar Heel, Danny Green.
he got to give him at least 12 points.
I felt bad watching him that last game 6. I mean, he couldn't have been more wide open.
Did you see what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said, "Stop telling him to shoot."
I mean, dude, like,
He said he's a shooter. He's going to continue to shoot, but don't tell him to shoot.
Jesus Christ, man.
I kind of get that logic, I guess.
What? Don't tell me to shoot.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
It's like you forcing him to shoot
Yeah.
instead of him naturally just shooting.
Just shoot.
He gonna be on a short leash though, because Van Vliet and Powell playing well.
Yeah, but I think you need that experience, Jack.
You do.
I think you need that experience.
And you need his height too.
I
You
think
need his height
You
this
need that man to
series.
make some threes.
You do need it, but so let me ask this: if he's able to defend at a decent level, but not able to hit the shots on the offensive end, where would you rather him? Where would you rather the impact?
Depends on the pace of this series.
Okay.
If the pace is up pace, no, you can't stay out there.
Okay.
He's always gonna be a solid defender.
Finals is normally kind of slower pace.
Yeah.
Besides the last two.
Yeah, Cleveland giving up dunks left and right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe the last two finals.
And how the defenders?
Yeah, a couple of those games are in the 120 still. So I mean, normally the finals is a little bit slower, but we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting.
It is gonna be interesting. I think they're gonna struggle, man, without KD. I mean, I really do. I mean, Leonard's gonna be out there playing free basketball. He's not gonna be guarding. I don't think he's gonna be guarding Steph or Clay. I think he's gonna be out there just resting, guarding Iguodala maybe, maybe a little bit of Draymond.
You talking about Kawhi?
I'm talking about Kawhi. I don't think he'll be guarding either one of them. I don't think he'll be guarding either one of them. They're gonna rest him.
Because I mean, you got Lowry at the point, and you got
And you got Danny Green.
Danny
to
Green.
guard
Yeah,
Clay.
but I it's just me. The tear that Steph has been on, I think you have to slow that down. Like put a little ice on it, cool it off a little bit.
I think they trust Lowry to do it.
And I'm okay with that. But then like now my question now it becomes, does Clay get high? Like I can't have, because those are my, again, if Durant ain't there, them your two scores.
No, you got Cousins now too if he comes back.
But I'm saying them your two scores that could really like open the game and just take it out of hand. So I have to pick my poison, right? I gotta say, okay, he can get it, but he can't. I have to decide that. And whichever one I decide can't get it, I think that's the one you gotta put Kawhi on.
I feel like the Spurs tried to do that a couple years ago when they played the Thunder and it didn't work. Like
Where they put
when they put Kawhi on Westbrook and then it would get KD going. And then they were like, all right,
Let's switch back.
Let's switch back.
Too
And
late.
then it's too late. He's already going. Now Westbrook gets going.
yeah.
So now it's like,
And that's why I say Kawhi got to stick one of them. He got to stick one of them. Because you can't wait till they get it going and then say, okay, we need you to cool them off.
and I don't think they can play the Van Fleet Lowry lineup
Oh, no.
to death this series. Not if they're gonna have Clay at the two. Like he's just too big. He's gonna shoot right over the top of guys.
it's different personnel. Milwaukee, wasn't they running some like
They was running
Hill and Bledsoe?
Hill, Bledsoe. Brogdon's not really all that tall. He's only like 6'5", so you kind of do it with them.
Question about Boogie. I was watching, I forgot what show I was watching. They was talking about if Boogie does come back, right? That quad injury. Like, they say he's more than likely going to be on a minutes limit.
Yeah,
My
18,
question
20
would be,
minutes.
somebody said even like a 12, 15.
No surprise.
So what type of impact, even if Boogie plays, will he have on the game?
He gets pressure off of those two, like point blank period. Like they're probably just gonna give it to him while he's in. Like it's gonna be like he's gonna be high usage in the minutes that he plays.
Now, my question, you brought up a good point. I feel like that takes away from Steph for them to do that. At this point, I feel like that would take away from Steph. Or is that something you do where when Boogie is getting his minutes, do you rest Curry? Like, you see what I'm saying? Because even the correlation, like playing a lot of fantasy basketball this year, whenever Boogie and Steph was on the court, it was like a minus. They didn't play well together.
Well, you got kind of a glimpse of it when they played the Rockets early in the year when they had no KD. It was Steph, Clay. I mean, it was Steph, Clay, and Cousins out there, and they just used Boogie. They used the shit out of Boogie.
They used him to death.
They used him to death. They pounded,
they won that game.
and they won that game because now you take some of the pressure off Steph and Clay. They're gonna need that pressure off of them this series. Like that's why I thought KD not playing would hurt them because now you're putting everything on them, like everything, like even the Blazers series, like everything was on them. They had to perform every single game in that series. They did, great for them. But what happens if they don't one game? Like what happens if one of them is off one game or both of them have a bad game? How do you win games after that? So Boogie, even in those 15 minutes that he plays, like if he can go out there and get 12, 14, if he's another guy that can get in double digits, like he's going to take some of that off of them. So it's going to loosen the defense up a little bit. They need whatever they can until Durant comes back.
So let me ask this question. Do you play Boogie game one? Or do you see, if you are Golden State, do you see how you perform game one before putting Boogie into the lineup?
Depends on what type of shape he's in.
That's
I don't know about his basketball shape. Yeah.
They was talking about that earlier. They were saying they felt even this year when he came back, he wasn't in like.
Oh God, no.
He wasn't in Golden State. They like to get up and down.
God,
No,
no.
but what I'm saying,
yeah,
so let me ask it in a different way. If you play Boogie game one and you lose game one, the only other ace in the hole you got is the best ace in the hole. But now it's like, when do we break this glass?
You just got to go out. If he's available, you got to play him.
You got to play KD.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Boogie. My thing is with these injuries, it's like, even though we know what these guys are capable of when they come back.
Yeah.
Dude, it's tough to get thrown into an NBA Finals
Absolutely.
environment and
think
just
we've ever
tell
seen
them
before.
and just tell them to go play at that level. Like Boogie hasn't played since what? It's been what, April?
Since
Game
one.
2. Game 1 or game 2 of the
Game
of the
two.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. So that's April, right?
game two.
It was game one.
Late April?
That was game two.
Yeah,
He
mid-April.
didn't play the whole game one. It was game one. He was fresh.
It was mid-April.
So I mean, are we? I just want to like. I don't expect him, even if he's out there, man, to like really like
And then I
be who he
mean,
was.
the thing is also the
They
type of
could be.
injury. Like it's a quad. It's a leg injury.
Yeah.
Like it's a quad injury.
He already can't jump over dust.
The biggest thing for him is going to be on the defensive end. Like,
Yeah.
are they able to pick on him a little bit and kind of see where he's at? Do they actually do it? Because
Do
they
they
did
go
do it with
small?
Brook. They could go. They might just go with their regular lineup. I mean, they might just go with Looney at the 5, play Draymond.
No. I'm saying if Boogie's on the court, does Toronto go small?
They better not. That's where they messed up with the Embiid games. That's how they almost got Embiid going when they went small and had Ibaka at the 5, and then now you get their big guys going because let's just be honest, Ibaka's not a 5. He's a power forward. Like he's not a center. Like they're trying to play him a center, but he's not a center. So I mean, damn if you do, damn you don't. But I can't remember seeing 2 guys of this caliber come back from injuries in the NBA Finals.
That's tough,
Like
man.
I haven't seen this ever.
That's tough.
I don't
So,
think he
but that's why if they're able to win this,
You said you don't think he injured.
they will be one of the best teams of all time. Like if they're able to overcome this, I know we talk a lot about. We just said it before we were on air. You know how LeBron said they've been the healthiest team he's seen his entire life, but they're not healthy now.
Yeah.
All right, and are they able to overcome this? If they are able to overcome this year, they might be one of the best teams of all time. You can start putting them in the category. They're already putting them in the category, but you will solidify them being there, stamped and delivered. Like they were able to overcome so much.
So, how many games I got going?
I'm going to say. I'm gonna say no KD 6.
Raptors in 6,
Warriors.
so you got them winning in Golden State.
Ooh, and Oracle.
Oh, by the way, hold on. So right before you do that, right before you make up your mind, that just brought up a good point. Let's remember that this is these are their last games in Oracle. Their last games in Oracle. Their crowd is going to be rocking.
Yeah.
The crowd
Come
is
back
going
to
to be
me.
rocking. You said that Kawhi has a lot of motivation. They got a lot of motivation too. This is the last games they're going to play in that building. That building has been phenomenal for them in the past. They've talked all year about they owe the fans this year and this season, so they're going to play like it. Just want to put that in here too. Before you throw your money on red.
KD. Alright, no KD, Raptors in 7. If KD plays, Golden State in 6.
Go ahead, 5.
That is exactly what I was gonna say. If KD comes back, I got Golden State in 6. If he does not come back, I have Raptors in 7, winning it in Toronto.
7.
And NBA needs this too. Let's
LeBron.
no LeBron. You know, they need some drama now. Come on now, y'all know they gonna make it happen, man. What you got, man? What you got, Dougie?
See, if it goes game 7, man, I don't like that.
You don't like? So you got the Raptors in 6?
I need them to. If the Raptors is
Drake
going,
ain't gonna be at the game.
Drake definitely not going to be at
Drake
the
not
game.
gonna be
Game
at game
7?
7. Yeah, he not gonna be at game 7.
why wouldn't he?
No, yes he will. He not going to be game 6.
Nah, he not gonna be at game 7.
Why wouldn't he be a game 7? It's a home game.
He curse, man. He the curse. He know he not
I
gonna
ain't
be.
not. They've been winning.
He'll be watching.
He
the-
got, well, he do got, Drake
He
does
watching the
have,
box or something.
he got a tattoo of Curry and Durant.
Yeah,
on his
Golden
arm.
State having practice in my house, man. What's that about?
Oh man, I just like the Warriors' experience, man. In a game 7, I don't know, man.
Championship DNA. You just talked about.
I don't know if I could go against. But man,
And by game 7, you can for damn sure if
dude,
KD is
the
back, he
longer
will
the
be
series
okay.
goes,
he will be okay.
no,
The longer it goes, no.
man, yeah, dude.
I keep telling you, I think KD is hurt more than what they.
Yeah,
what-
I'm
than what
a-
they're telling him.
They interviewed KD the other day. He said he thought the injury was a lot worse than what it really is when it first happened.
Yeah, I think
He thought it was. He
no,
said
but
it's not, though.
I think he had. I'm telling y'all, I agree with that video I sent y'all that Matt Barnes said. I think the Golden State Warriors is playing a game on the NBA. They have everybody scared and afraid that KD has the ability to come back, and I don't think he's gonna come back. Like, I don't think he's coming back, and I think like the whole now he's flying with the team. Like, that's just me. I could.
If KD don't play, man, I think it's gonna be a short series.
I have to see if he do. Dang, you think of 5 games?
You think the Raptors gonna win in the short series?
A short series.
Five?
Yeah, that's how much I think they need KD.
Man, you would win a lot of money if you was in Vegas betting on that.
I'm not saying the games will be blowouts or anything like that, but I think in a 5, because I mean the margin of error for Golden State would be so slim.
Yeah, but the margin of
If you
error
went to
is
Vegas right now and put $100 on that, you win $1,000.
Dude, like for real,
the
'cause
margin of error for Toronto is even smaller though.
I don't
Like Toronto, so I'm not trying to talk you out of your pick. I ain't trying to do that. But let's just think about this. Toronto legit has one player.
That's not true, man.
Yes, it is. Consistent player? Yes, they have one. consistent
One player.
I mean, so
Golden State, as much as I said, I don't think Clay deserves the Supermax. Clay has the ability, at least 2 games this series, to go crazy. At least 2.
And it's not even about going crazy. It's about he can carry you for stretches of the game. Like he literally, he can have his own 9-0 runs, 12-0 runs. Like
Clay could finish the
12-2
game with
runs.
30, and you'd be like, where did it come from?
Just because he's able to carry you for 4 and 5 minute stretches, like he literally is.
he is. With that being said, like
Who else does the Raptors have that's like that?
that can carry you for stretches.
I feel like it's all on Leonard.
I feel like they got the players that can step up that I personally believe without. I think just the absence of KD. I think Siakam will step up, and I believe Lowry will play his best series. Will I go to the bank with that?
You better
No.
not. You better not.
But I do think Kyle Lowry will play his best series he's played in the postseason.
A guy
in the
who's
finals.
never been to the finals before gonna have his best series of his life.
A guy who has never been consistent.
Hell, Kawhi had never been to the finals and he won Finals MVP.
Yeah, but he only averaged like 18 points a game.
Hey, if Lowry averages 18 points a game this
Oh, that's
series,
dang. If Lowry averages 18 points a game, that's pretty goddamn good.
hey,
Okay?
come on, man.
18 points is not.
For Lowry, that is. Listen, that's all star.
I mean, he averaged about 18 this
No.
series.
I mean, they won too,
Yeah.
but they gonna need that.
The Warriors win this series in 5 games with or without KD.
Ooh.
All y'all talk about is Clay and Steph. Y'all ain't say nothing about Draymond, man.
See, I don't think I'm gonna go back to what I said, Danny. They got 2 scorers. Like Draymond will do his thing, but it comes down to
Five
two.
said last year.
It
It's
come.
gonna be Draymond series.
This is not a Draymond
This
series.
could be a Draymond series.
No, it is not. This is not. Come on.
Portland wasn't even athletic enough at that.
Bro, do you know? Listen,
Siakam.
Siakam.
What do you mean don't
Kawhi,
want to guard him?
I said
Ibaka.
Draymond not gonna be able to guard Draymond either.
Man, they got some bodies.
They got bodies they could throw.
They got Ibaka and they got and they got
Siakam, and they got Kawhi. They could throw Kawhi in
We're
front
talking
of
about
him.
Enes Kanter. We're talking about Myers Leonard. We're talking
But I'm
about
saying,
Zach Collins.
Bro,
Are you kidding me?
He's comparing.
Al-Farouq Aminu?
He's comparing the bigs in
I'm not
Toronto
bigs.
to the
I'm hearing him. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
have to
speaking for Draymond.
I gotta see how many minutes the big men play for Toronto. Like, I need to see, is Gasol going to keep playing 25, 30 minutes? Are they going to throw Ibaka out there for 30, 35 because he's a better matchup for on the pick and roll? Because if they got Gasol out there for 25, 30, he getting cooked, man. He getting cooked. Like, they've been running this shit out of the 1-5 pick and roll the last 6 games. Like, and you telling me that if Gasol's going to try to check Curry out here, like, yeah, you're pretty much asking him to get Finals MVP.
when they go to the Hampton, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What does Toronto do?
Without KD?
No, but yeah, but it's not as dangerous. But at the same,
the shit out of the ball though.
and that's what I'm saying. They're back now at their natural.
Actually, hold on.
I feel like just
That's what I'm saying. Like
Kawhi
you
being
gotta,
out there, though.
but you gotta think about listen, man. Golden State has been here without Boogie. They've been here without KD. Their original Hampton Five was Steph, Clay, Livingston, Iggy, and Draymond. That was their original death lineup. That was their original. So they still have those 5.
That's correct.
Like when you start thinking about it, now they just putting people back where they naturally was 4 years ago. And that like where does Toronto go? Like where and like Fi said, they was moving that shit out of that ball last series when they went to that small lineup.
And they're gonna continue to move it.
The ball movement is not gonna stop.
Yeah, the ball movement not gonna stop.
But I think they're just playing a much better defensive team.
I agree. I'm not arguing that.
I think they're playing a bigger, longer, better defensive team. But at the same time, like, what is going to be their scheme? I got to see what their scheme is. Are they switching screens?
So you talking about Toronto?
Yes, I got to see. Are they switching screens? Are they
manning up?
Yeah, because that got a lot to do with it, man. You got to switch screens with Golden State, but you can't switch. You can't lazy switch.
You got a hard switch.
Yeah, you got a hard switch. You got to put hands on guys. You got to check cutters. Like, I got to see if they're able to do some of these things.
You got to call out the switch.
Oh man, if you don't call the switch, they get layups. They hit the slip screen so easy and so quick. And that's how you get guys like Looney involved. That's how you get guys like Bell involved. Are they gonna trap the ball screen with Curry and let Draymond play 4-on-5? 4-on-5 basketball. I should say 4-on-3 basketball. I gotta see their schemes, man. I just gotta see it. I don't know what they're going to do.
Toronto is, listen, right, I'm not arguing. Toronto is great defensively. I even started off and said Toronto defensively can pose problems for Golden State because of their length, the people that they have, the Golden State truly only having 2 scorers, but I'm with 5. You got to see how they going to, man, one miscommunication at the wrong time.
At least the threes and layups would burst down.
That could just start an avalanche.
And we saw how they struggled with that. We saw how they struggled with Milwaukee's ball movement the first 2 games.
Yeah.
It's just that Milwaukee couldn't keep that ball movement going because their players stopped hitting shots. They still were getting good shots. I think people forget that. Like, Bledsoe was getting good shots. George Hill was getting good shots.
Lopez,
like
Middleton.
Brogdon, like these guys were still getting good shots. You can't do that versus Golden State, man.
Man, look, Golden State. Let's.
You can't do that versus Golden State.
But let's look at the Portland series, man. They was up. They was down 17 in 3 straight games.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm a firm believer if the Portland Trail Blazers can have them on the ropes like that with no Kevin Durant, they're not as good a team as Toronto.
I agree.
Jurassic Park about to be juking. They about to be juking in the second. I firmly, man, if Kevin Durant don't play, man, it could be a shorter series than everybody thinks.
But,
because with their dude, they're gonna be, and we gotta see how they're gonna guard Steph and how they're gonna guard Clay. But heaven forbid they have a bad game, bro. Heaven forbid one of them have an off game.
I said that.
And at the end of the day, these are the greatest shooters that we've probably ever seen. But heaven forbid they off.
They're still a great defensive team too.
Yes.
They're still a great defensive team. Even when the games in Portland, like because their numbers were great, don't mean that they weren't off for stretches of the game. I mean, there were periods where they were off too. But their defense will lie down for 3 or 4 minutes. They make shots, and then that's 15, 17-point lead that you were talking about becomes a 8, 7-point lead.
Just look at the fourth quarter. They're like the last 5-6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Like Golden State wasn't scoring. They were down 8. They were down like 8 or 9. They weren't scoring. But Portland wasn't scoring either.
Yeah, but Portland
wasn't even able to extend the lead. And then when Golden State started hitting, Portland started panicking.
And offensively, Portland is better than Toronto. I hope we all agree with that.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this, Portland.
And they got more weapons than Toronto had.
I can't agree with everything. Hold on. Number one, Portland, when they got to going and they needed a bucket, they didn't do nothing but shoot 25 to 30 footers.
Okay.
We just talked about Kawhi being disciplined. Kawhi does not take a lot of threes.
He's taking some tough shots too, though.
He's
taking some tough shots too.
But the way that they've been playing, I'd rather have Kawhi in a 7-game series than Dame.
I mean, y'all wasn't saying that when Dame was going crazy versus the Thunder.
I mean, we wasn't comparing. Right now, I'm saying, you look at what Kawhi's been doing the entire playoffs. Even against Denver, we said that Dame didn't have his best series.
And
Kawhi has been
McCollum did.
Yeah.
But who can be that person for Kawhi? Like, one of Kawhi's.
That's what we asked.
No, my thing is, when they was coming back, McCollum was nowhere. Dame was nowhere. They were just...
but that's what we're saying. Yes. Like, if Kawhi is off while they're coming back, who is that second guy for Toronto that's going to be, as Five always says, a run stopper or a run starter?
Until proven otherwise...
It's going to be Kawhi. But we're not arguing that. But we're saying that
if he doesn't make shots,
if he's not making those shots, who's going to be that who is going to be Kawhi's second guy on a consistent night in and night out basis? We're not saying that Kawhi's not going to get his number.
I think Lowry.
But I think they're going to turn Kawhi into a volume shooter. And if they turn him into a volume shooter and he still gets to 32 to 35 points, that is not in the benefit of Toronto.
No.
It's not, because that means he's taking a lot of shots, which means the ball is not moving. It's not going to other players. Other players aren't having the impact.
And now you're going back to that Game 7 versus Philly type
40
Toronto
shots.
team.
You do whatever you got to do to win a Game 7.
I mean, we 1,000%. We 1,000%.
I mean, I'm not saying, of course they got to move the ball, but I just, what I saw from Portland, when they got those big leads,
Yes.
Toronto, number one, they are a much better defensive team than Portland.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Kawhi's on a mission.
So let me ask you this. Can Toronto defensively stop Golden State for, let's say, 3 to 4 minutes and be able to extend the lead in the fourth quarter?
I mean, I look at last series, right? I mean, Steph and Draymond was doing stuff that had never been done before by teammates in the playoffs. Triple-double. I don't see that happening. I don't see Draymond having that type of series again. Do I think Draymond will be effective? Yeah. But, I mean...
Dollar signs on the line, man. Never underestimate a man who got dollar signs on the line. He knows that if he has another good series, that he could be looking at 20 to 30 more million. Same thing with Kawhi. Kawhi's playing out of his mind because contract is up. And it's time to get paid.
No KD to check him, man.
He don't have to disagree.
I think that's
I'm not disagree with you on that point either.
I just think KD not playing, man. I don't know. I just got that. I don't know. I think we'll be shocked. I think there'll just be a lot of people shocked.
Okay.
Well, go put some money on that because you won $1,000 if you put $100 on that. Go.
I just think a lot of people
Get you a flight now.
I mean, I go back to, and I'm not saying this is at any rate the same.
You saying Raptors in 5?
I mean, no, I'm not saying that this is the same type of series. But I mean, you look at the 04 NBA Finals. Detroit and LA.
Yeah.
Somebody would have said Detroit in 5, you would have laughed your ass
I
off.
sure would.
You would have laughed your ass
I
off.
actually like the way they matched up.
Nah, man, you would have laughed. You would have laughed.
Right, you didn't think-
Come
you
on,
didn't think
man.
the Lakers was
They got, and they
I
was
had the Lakers in 6.
Oh, definitely.
Hey,
And the
I'm
fact
like-
they lost in 5.
and they got
that
their
was
butts
shot.
kicked. And the game that they won,
Oh,
Kobe had to save them in overtime.
That might have been. Y'all said because Karl Malone was kind of hurt,
No, not kind of. He
It was hurt.
and he came. They tried to insert him in the finals.
Nah, he got back out. He only played like 2 quarters.
Oh, he didn't play. He didn't play that long.
Nah.
But
Played 2 quarters in game 1, and then sat out the rest of the
I
finals.
mean, that's
And no, I'm not
He
trying
was
to
a big
compare
blue
this.
guy. He was a big blue guy. They needed him versus Rasheed.
they definitely
They
need
needed him
him.
versus Rasheed.
And then you look at Kobe, and Kobe will tell you himself, it's just worse finals.
Yeah, they made him a high volume shooter.
You know what I'm saying?
They made him a high volume scorer.
But to me, like if somebody would be like, man, Detroit in 5, you just gonna look at them like, but I mean, that's just
saying
like,
it can't happen. We're not saying it can't
I'm
happen.
just saying that without KD. With KD,
Like, Jesus,
with
one game,
KD,
the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors win 1 game
I
in the NBA.
don't mean it'll be a blowout.
I didn't say that. You just said that it could be a short series. I mean, you telling me it's gonna be a 4 or 5 game series?
We've seen great teams get their ass kicked all the time. Have we not?
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Have we not?
Go put some money in. 3,000, they sweep them. You put $100 on them, they sweep them. You can win 3,000. Go put some money on
I
that.
ain't putting money on
What if
it.
they win in 6? How much?
For the 100, they win in 6. You'll win 800.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
might just put 100.
But KD, man, with KD, I think it'll go 7.
Vegas is really telling you that the series is gonna be over, and they got Warriors in 6. That's the least amount of money you can win. Vegas, that's what Vegas is saying.
Braylon brought $50.
Man, Warriors in 6. Close it out.
I give you, you give me half. I give me half of it. I put the 100 up. I give you half of whatever we win.
KD.
I give you half of whatever we win.
You saying 4 or 5 games?
I said 5. I ain't say no 4 or
You
5.
said short
You
series.
said
You
short
ain't
series.
even say a number. You just said short
Ray,
series.
you give me 50. I match
I
you
give my
50.
they win the game.
We just put on the Raptors to win. Whatever we win, I give you
I've
half.
seen a lot of weird things happen, man.
Jesus.
That's if it's no KD.
Right, 50. Come on, man. We got till Thursday. Think about this. You give half, I give half. We bet 100 on the Raptors.
We gotta still see though, because like if you put that down and then KD come back, we cooked.
We only losing $50.
I
Man.
ain't trying to be in the donation business, alright? Alright, I'm telling you, man.
Trying to get away
All right,
from
look.
money.
Yeah.
All right, look. Everybody put up 25 on the Raptors.
I'm not. No. Everybody. Who is everybody?
Let's follow the rule. We put up. We can split it
You know
evenly.
what? No KD, 5 games.
That's
Raptors.
gas money right there.
No KD, 5 games. Raptors.
No KD, 5 games. You going on a limb?
He said if KD come back,
KD come back, this is a long series.
who win?
KD come back, Golden State.
This must be a Kyle Watson. This can't be no Iverson jersey.
No, KD come back.
This gotta be a Kyle Watson.
KD come back is Golden State. KD come back is Golden
That
State.
shit supposed to say Watson.
Even though
you living in a movie right now.
even though when KD come back, I want to see how they adjust the plan with him. Back to adjusting and how that can
He the
affect.
easiest guy to fit in your lineup of all time.
Yeah, but man, the way Curry been dominating, man, like Curry wasn't playing his best ball till KD got hurt.
Who
Well,
gives a damn, Ray?
I do.
Who cares?
We'll see. Who you got?
KD is the best safety net you need, man.
Yeah, man. Great.
Sometimes that ball movement don't work. And sometimes you need a guy to go get you some money.
They ain't gonna have that guy. But not that guy like that safety net like KD.
We'll see.
But if KD plays, Warriors will close that out in 6 in a row.
I got Warriors in 6 if KD come back. I got Raptors in 7 if he doesn't play at all.
I'm with 5.
I want to say
Man,
7,
I
but that's too much like right. Somebody got to go on the edge.
Yeah. Listen,
Now, that's a hot take.
I went on the edge. I went on the edge last series.
Somebody got to be the damn Skip Bayless.
Nah, I ain't gonna be like yo Skip. Skip
Nick
just a
Wright.
straight hater.
Bust Skip up.
Got to be the Nick Wright.
Skip a hater.
Yeah, you the Nick right.
And as long as Skip keep hating on Kawhi gonna keep getting money.
Hey,
Well, he only hated because he left his team.
Man, he ain't
Max
hard.
Kane.
Nah, you the Max K talking about 4 zip.
You Whitfield. You
Don't
Whitlock.
be disrespectful.
You Whitlock.
Them some bums. All them some bums. Y'all done made me forget what we was about. Oh, RJ Hampton.
Yes.
RJ Hampton, right? Foregoes his college eligibility, and he's going to be playing for the New Zealand Breakers.
For those who don't know who R.J. Hampton is, he
Yes.
is the number 5 player in his class in high school basketball.
After reclassifying.
After reclassified, that is correct.
So, man, did they say how much money he's supposed to? The amount of money he's
Allegedly
making?
$500K.
Allegedly.
They
Okay.
say he did get offered $1 million to play in China, so you do know it's lesser than $1 million,
Okay.
and they turned it down.
What are y'all thoughts on it?
I think this is going to, if he's successful, if he goes, plays 1 year, enters the draft, and is potentially a top 5 pick, then I'm gonna say that's a success. If he falls after 5, then it just is the Brandon Jennings, the Emmanuel Mudiay type thing. It doesn't have an effect. I know a lot of people will say that we're going to see high school players do this. I don't think so. The reason why I say is because nothing will ever beat the ability of playing on TV and people seeing you Tuesday or Saturday or Thursday or Friday on ESPN making highlight plays on SportsCenter. Like, R.J. Hampton we're not gonna see or hear about R.J. Hampton for an entire year. Like, that is a risk within itself. And we seen how fast Zion rose from being the Instagram sensation, dunking on everybody, to being the most talked about athlete last year and going to do 1 year. I mean, so if he goes and he comes out top 5 pick, it's a success. More people might look into it. If he falls after 5, nothing.
Normally, I would say, like, it's a dumb idea. I would normally say, like, it's risky. After hearing what his dad said about why they made the decision, he brought a lot of clarity to it for me. I don't know about for anybody else, but for me.
What do you say?
He basically said, I'm not going to quote him, but he basically said that we're not doing it for money reasons. We're not broke. We ain't close to being broke. We don't need the money. And he also basically said that my kid don't need it either. Like, he's got a 3.7 GPA. He's got over a 1,200 SAT score. He can get into Stanford if he wanted to. We're doing this for basketball reasons. We're doing this because playing college basketball was never a dream to RJ. His dream is to play in the NBA and to be ready to play in the NBA. And so we're doing this to get him to practice with pros, to be around pros, to study the game of basketball each and every day, and to get him prepared for the NBA. To me, I've never heard anybody say that, and the players that have done it. And to me, it brings a whole lot of more respect to them as a family and to him as a basketball player, because he's basically telling you that we're not doing this for no other reasons but basketball.
Yeah.
We're not doing it because my kid can't get accepted into whatever school he's going to, and we're not doing it because we're out here struggling. I'm trying to, get my family
In a better spot.
In a better spot. I'm doing this because of basketball reasons. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to do that to put food on their family's plate, but at the same time, that might not be the best decision for that player. They're doing this because they genuinely think, and they've thought this out, that this is the best decision for their son. And that speaks volumes of that family. It speaks that they've researched it. He's playing in New Zealand only because it's an English-speaking country. All right, so they're not going to put him in no situation where he can't understand the coach, he can't understand the players that he's playing with. Like, we're putting him basically in a G League type atmosphere, amongst other pro athletes and pro trainers, and we're going to prepare him for the NBA. I was like surprised. I thought when I read the article, I thought it was going to be like, we didn't know about this school, that school. But they didn't even talk about the colleges. Like he literally never talked. The 3 colleges he had was Texas Tech, Kansas, and Memphis. For anybody that doesn't know, they didn't even talk about the colleges. They didn't talk about the coaches. They didn't talk about their visits. None of that. It was all about their son and getting him prepared for the next level. And like I said, that family is doing what's best for their son, and I think they will put him in a better position. Now, when it comes to what you said, will it benefit him in the draft? We'll see.
Yeah.
But and they're trying to throw out Luka comparisons because Luka played overseas, but that's a totally different.
He grew up that way.
Grew up in that system,
Yeah.
like growing up playing that type of basketball, prepare him for the league. Not just playing 1 year professionally. Like
He was a pro for what?
yeah, he's
4 or 5 years.
maybe like 3 years, 4 years. You know, everybody sees 16 or 17 years old. You know, like the Marc Gasols, the Pau Gasols, like those guys like grew up, you know, in Euro basketball, you know. So, but I mean, I hope him a lot of success. I mean, I was very happy and very satisfied that they gave us that type of insight and clarity on the situation, and you don't see that a lot. I mean, you see a lot with guys like Moutier, Jennings, where you know a lot of speculation that they didn't have the grades to get into the schools that they were trying to get into, or you've also heard that they weren't offered the money that they were looking for. So I mean, that's allegedly. I mean, I'm not gonna put that on anybody. I don't know if that actually happened.
Allegedly.
But they gave some very good insight and clarity on the situation. So no, good luck to that young man.
I wasn't mad at it. I mean, it sounds like you said, it sounds like they knew what they wanted to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they put him in position to just get him groomed to play with pros. I mean, I'm not mad at it. And they felt like balancing academics would get in the way of him being the best pro that he could be when it came that time. So I'm not mad at it.
They don't go to school no way though.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they got to go to school the first semester.
They don't go to school. They don't go to school.
They have to go to school the first semester.
They will. They don't go to school.
I hear you, but I'm telling you what they have to do.
I'm telling you what they're not. They ain't in nobody classroom the first semester.
They ain't in nobody class.
They ain't nobody classroom.
Now, second semester, I could believe that. First
They
semester.
ain't nobody classroom. They ain't in the lunchroom more than in the classroom.
Might be facts.
Oh, y'all funny as hell. Y'all funny.
Moving on from that, it's time for the Go Talk.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what you got for us this week? It's me already, man.
I gotta.
Better not be no NASCAR neither, man.
Man, listen, I told you I got a curveball.
You gonna throw some NASCAR in there.
Curve busy. All right, y'all ready? Let me get to it. So, player A is a.
What is this?
It's basketball. My bad. This is basketball.
He said NASCAR. He had me like, thought we gonna go some
You
Dale
was ready?
Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon. I was on
He was
there.
ready for it, huh?
Man.
You was ready?
All right. They were 3-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 1-time regular season MVP, 9-time All-Star.
Is this one player or is this both of them?
This one player. It's player A.
So read that again for me.
Player A. I'm sorry.
Okay.
3-time NBA. 3-time champion,
Okay.
2-time Finals MVP, 1-time MVP, 9-time All-Star, 10-time All First Team, 3-time Second Team, and was also Rookie of the Year, and a 5-time scoring champion.
3-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA Finals MVP. Yeah. Those are the main stats.
Say it again.
Oh,
Say that player again. No, go to player two. Go to player two.
Okay, y'all right. Player two. 3-time champion, 11-time All-Star, 5-time first team, 3-time second team, and was a 3-time assist leader.
3 rings,
3 rings.
3-time assist leader.
3-time assist leader.
3 rings, 3-time assist leader.
Basketball.
No MVPs.
No MVPs.
No finals MVP.
No finals MVPs.
No championships.
3-time champion.
3-time champion.
Say player A again.
Okay, player
I
A.
promise you, I'm trying to get this player
Oh,
A.
I already know. I know
I'm
where
trying
he's
to
going
look.
with it. I know where he's going with it.
3-time champion.
Okay.
2-time finals MVP. 1-time regular season MVP. 9-time All-Star. 10-time first team. 3-time second team. And was also Rookie of the Year.
Jason Kidd.
Nope.
Key only got one.
Who did Jason Kidd already do?
How many scoring titles?
For
Player
scoring titles. 5-time scoring champion.
A. All right. So I know who player A is. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your stuff out. I don't know who player B is though. I gotta find out who player B is.
5-time scoring champ.
5-time scoring champion.
2 rings.
3 rings.
3 rings. 2 finals MVP.
2 finals MVPs.
5-time scoring.
And is a league MVP.
I absolutely know who player A is. Go do player 2 again.
Player B?
Yeah.
Player B. 3-time champion. 11-time All-Star. 5-time first team. 3-time second team. And was a 3-time assist leader.
3 times.
He said the key word way before he
Way
before he was starting to go talking.
Way
You didn't catch it.
Way
I caught
before.
it. I caught
Way
it too.
before. See, you thinking, y'all ain't paying attention. See, I told y'all I was going to hit y'all with it. Whoop. Caught you nasty, too. Ugh.
2-time finals MVP.
Hey, boy, you play baseball. You know how you swing? You're on your knee right now. You're on your knee.
5-time.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
You
I
know?
know both of them.
Okay.
I know both of them. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let them go. I'm gonna let them look like fools.
Y'all ain't
Another
paying
couple
attention.
minutes.
Y'all ain't paying
I
attention.
don't care about the Very struggling.
I thought I knew who player B was just out of my mind, but I know who it is now. I had to reassure myself.
Player B got how many rings?
3.
3.
3 rings.
Last assist, league and assist.
3 times.
I'm not guessing.
You give up?
Yeah, I just want to know who it is.
Okay,
Give
so
up. Hold on. Let me say.
I'm gonna change it first before you say it. I'm gonna change it. Go ahead.
No, don't change it. No,
Don't change it?
No,
Okay.
don't change it.
All right, I ain't gonna change it. You give up? You give up, boo?
So, 5-time.
You give up?
Wait, hold on.
You give up, boo?
Do it again.
One gotta be
Do
LeBron,
it again?
right?
Yeah.
One gotta be LeBron, right?
Huh?
One gotta be LeBron, right?
No. Which one you want first?
Give
You
me
want
player A.
Okay,
I'm
player
tuned
A.
in.
You tuned in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spidey senses.
3-time champion,
Yeah.
2-time finals MVP,
Alright.
1-time regular season MVP,
Alright.
9-time All-Star,
Alright.
10-time first team,
Alright.
3-time second team,
Alright.
and was the Rookie of the Year and a 5-time scoring champ.
Oh, it's the big diesel, baby. The Shaq.
Sit down.
Damn.
Sit down.
Shaq got 3 finals MVP.
He got 4 rings too.
Sit down.
Lost count.
You ready to give up?
What's
want-
B?
David Robinson.
3-time champion,
Alright.
11-time All-Star, 5-time first team, 3-time second team, and was a 3-time assist leader.
5-time scoring champion. Ain't too many big men.
He really stumped y'all with this one. He really stumped y'all with this one. This was a curveball. It actually was a
Are
curveball.
these star players or these like role
These are star players. These are stars. Great players. I'm talking about top 15 players. Top 15
Player B
players.
was
3-time champion.
Magic.
No.
Kevin Durant.
I'm trying to think of some assist guys. Kevin Durant. Dude, just say
I'm
it.
stuck with
man.
this 5 times.
You ready?
I'm gonna let five.
Okay,
I'm gonna let
can I
five tell y'all who it is.
Player A is Diana Taurasi.
Yes.
And player B is Sue Bird.
Yes, sir.
Why you ain't say the sport?
I did.
You did.
I said basketball.
Hold on.
I said.
He literally said, he said, he was like, it's basketball. And then you was like, all right. And then when he started off, he was like, player 1 has NBA. Then he's like, oh, he's like, basketball. And then he caught himself.
I
in the
caught
NBA.
himself.
He caught himself in the
When
NBA.
I said NBA, I caught myself.
Once he caught himself in the NBA, I was like, this not the NBA. This not NBA.
And I told y'all it was a curveball. You never realized I didn't
Wasn't
say
clear.
3-time NBA champion, 5-time. I never said. I said basketball.
Yeah.
I never said
Never said
NBA.
We got to play that back. I think he did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he
I
didn't.
never.
I think he said.
No, he didn't.
I think he said NBA or something.
No, he didn't. He said it at the very beginning. He was like, oh. Then he was like, then he took it back. Then he was like, basketball. And once he said that, I was like, yeah, it's not an NBA player.
Oh, he should have said.
Y'all, man, y'all got these context clues, man.
Y'all got to pay attention.
Man, bro.
Your
When I did,
spidey senses were not tingling.
when I did my go talk, I told you it was women.
I said I'm throwing y'all a curveball.
That was a screwball.
I knew who player B was. I knew who player B
So
was.
it's Diana
when he first said
Taurasi
it.
Versus Sue Bird.
Oh, okay.
Diana Taurasi versus Sue Bird.
I knew who player B was when she said it.
Now,
Cause I'm saying I was
Cause
trying to
you
think of
said
an
5
NBA
times
player.
later. You said 5. I'm like, that's
3
gotta-
times.
I'm like, who in the
3
hell?
times. I was like,
times.
I'm like, that's gotta be Sue Bird. Because I was thinking about a great women's basketball player who led the league in assists.
Now y'all want? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all their career stats. Hold on.
Cheated.
I cheated.
Yep.
Y'all just weren't paying attention.
Okay, Sue Bird has a career of 6,154 points. She has 652 steals, 2,831 assists, 1,311 rebounds. Diana Taurasi has 8,549 points, 437 steals, 1,835 assists, 1,705 rebounds.
I know who I'm going to go with.
You don't gotta think about it.
Nah, I ain't gonna think about this one.
I know who I'm going with. I just want to make sure.
They both went to UConn too.
Hope I'm getting wrong.
Going with Taurasi.
You going with Diana? Easy.
I don't know about no easy.
Who you got, man?
I picked Taurasi. I'm going with Taurasi.
Give me Diana Taurasi. She is the second best women's basketball player I've ever seen play basketball.
The Candace number one.
Candace will always be my number one.
Which is less than mine.
She was a terrific basketball player.
Who?
Diana Taurasi.
Candace Parker.
Yeah.
Diana Taurasi is dynamite.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. She hold on. So he read all summer. He read all summer.
I ain't give all of
Yeah. He
His
gave
accolades kept going, bro.
He gave some.
That's all he gave. I didn't give all of it.
He kept going, bro.
He gave us some of her.
She was the assist leader too. Diana was the assist leader one year.
She's a 13-time Euro and Russia league champion. She's a 3-time NCAA champion. She won the Naismith Award twice.
She's the WNBA all-time leading scorer.
She was a Women's National Player of the Year in 2003. She was 2-time Big East Player of the Year. Whew, Jesus Christ. She was on the WNBA top 15 all-time team in 2011. She was on the top 20 in 2016.
She won the Turkish National League championship.
Come on, man. Give me
Sue Bird was on the same team, too.
It was on what same team?
The top 20 or 20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
That's why I said they both top 10 players.
I'm going Taurasi.
Who you got, boo?
And Taurasi, the all-time leading scorer in WNBA history.
Buckets.
She gets she gets buckets.
She's the all-time leading scorer in WNBA history.
Gets buckets.
And she sat out the whole year, too. She's still the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, I'm going Taurasi.
Who you got, boo?
I was gonna go to Ross. I'm going through Sue Bird picks right now.
Oh, my God.
I might have to go with the.
Wow.
Go with Diana Taurasi. She was better.
He said I'm going through it.
I'll go with
I
that.
think he was about to say.
I'm going with DT.
How many gold medals does Taurasi have? They both have 4.
And I'm sitting there looking at these
They
assist
both got
numbers.
4 gold
When you
medals.
said she was leading the league in assists, I'm looking for like,
I mean, we're talking about the WNBA.
I'm still looking for like 8, 9 assists.
We're talking about the WNBA, right? We're not talking about like you gotta temper your expectations a little bit, G.
Nah, I mean, I
She
just
actually just set her record in assists last season with 7.
7. I'm looking for like, hell, Taraji. These other 3 years she led the league in assists. It was like what 6 point something. Like Taraji done had that. So I mean, yeah, I'm going with next mine. You know, I'm thinking she was leading the league in assists like she was maybe 8, 9.
You thought she was damn it off like Chris Paul.
I mean, Taraji career 20 point.
21, right?
Look at the postseason.
Career 20 point, 19.8. And that's only because she had 1 year, she only averaged 14 a game. She only played 8 games for some reason.
Probably came over late.
That's
Or probably was hurt coming over.
Or they might that might have been the Olympic year actually. 2012. Yeah, it was the Olympic year. Yeah.
WNBA record for points per game in the season.
Diane.
25.3.
I'm going Diane. It's a clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. I'm going Diane.
What about what you got to do? What you got to do? What about we put Diana versus Candace?
Candace Parker, who y'all got?
Versus Candace?
You had to. So look. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you do Diana versus Candace, you can't look at accolades. You cannot look at accolades. Because if you look at accolades, you gonna pick Diana's.
Fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna pick that. Diana has won more WNBA championships.
Right.
She's won.
But what? One more? Cause she's got 2, right? Or she got 1?
One.
She got
Candace
one.
got
Candy
Candace
got one. I don't think Candy. She got more Finals MVPs.
She got the Russian league popping though.
Oh,
Candace.
Candy. Yeah, but I'm saying like when you start looking like if you go accolade for accolade, Diana's gonna win. She's gonna win.
Is she better?
No, I'm not picking Diana over
I
Candace.
can't either.
I'm sorry.
I can't either. Candace averaging about more assists as her.
Yeah.
Candace is a freak of nature.
Yes.
Even though Tarazi's tall too, I think a lot of people don't know that. She's like 6 feet, 6'1".
Yeah.
She's pretty tall too.
She averaged 28 1 year in the playoffs.
Who?
They lost though.
Candace?
Candace is
28
look,
and 11.
she's a dog, man.
Was that the year they only played that 1 game?
Played 4 games.
Played 4. It's a clean sleep on Candace?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
I have to get my women's basketball players involved in this one, man.
Yeah, we got me.
I think we went across the world on this one. I think it would be a little tighter race than it is in here. And maybe we're a little biased too.
We might be, but I'm okay. I'm okay with being biased.
I know I'm a little biased. I've seen Candace play since she was 16 years old. So
I think it's close though, because Taraji, man, her shit.
Candace is an impeccable athlete, okay? You hear me?
Taraji can get out there and just give you buckets.
Candace can too now.
I mean, she won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. Who the hell does that?
Candace Parker.
Who the hell does that? After winning 2 national championships in a row.
So let me ask this
My only
question.
downfall with her is she messed with a dude from Duke.
Oh my God.
First we got Sue Bird pictures.
Oh,
Now we
man.
got Sheldon. God, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Let's
Sheldon
pray.
Williams.
Go Tar Heels.
Hey man. Shout out to Sheldon Williams, man. Who listens to the podcast, man.
Go Tar Heels.
We're gonna tag you on this one.
Let see y'all disrespect. Let me ask this though. Were we cheated that Cheryl Miller was never able to play in the WNBA?
Oh,
Yeah, she would be the GOAT.
Could she be the GOAT?
Yes.
She would.
She would have all the records. All of them.
I want to know how good she really was.
I do too.
I didn't get a
Thank
chance to
you
see
for
her.
saying
They
that.
keep
Fine.
saying
I didn't get a
they keep
chance to
saying
see
she used
her.
to dog Reggie.
Thank you
Like,
for saying that.
I
Fine.
mean, anybody gonna say that.
I have.
mean, Reggie said she used to
Who
dog.
has ever
Reggie
seen
gonna say that
Cheryl
too.
Miller play a basketball game?
I want to see Cheryl Miller play. I want to see some Cheryl Miller highlights.
Go look them up. We'll put them on our page.
I gotta look something.
I need one person to tell me a game that Cheryl went crazy, so I can look this up.
We'll give it to you. Just like we showed you that you didn't believe how to jump. Dr. J.
Yeah, we still ain't seen the Dr. J jump.
I put it in the
Wait,
chat.
wait,
I definitely put it in the chat.
He put it in the
I put
chat.
it all in.
Put it in.
And one jumper.
He had a beautiful jumper too, boy.
What chat did he put?
It was
in?
beautiful.
It was, I mean, it was beautiful. Elbow was in.
What chat was this in? Because I did not see that
Well,
jump.
I was looking.
I see it.
Dr. J. Man. man, what?
Fine, did you see this?
Hey, he
Joe?
put it in quick too. He
I
found
did
it
put it
easy.
in there, but it was one jumper. And it took me 4 minutes in the highlight reel.
But it's the jumper.
8-minute highlight reel, one jump shot.
Good form.
It was beautiful.
Oh, y'all are awful.
That is
Awful human.
No, I really do need to see it. That's no disrespect to Cheryl, but I've never seen Cheryl Miller play.
Yeah, I would want to see her before I would just say she was a go-to.
I can't go off of hearsay. I'm sorry.
So brother on brother.
Come on, man. Have you heard? Never mind. I'm gonna say that for off camera.
Oh, brother said it, man.
Shout out to TNT.
She didn't hoop at all neither after college or USA wise.
I thought she did play for Team USA.
No, I'm saying outside of that in college, like
She only played 1 year for the Olympics, though. She played in a couple of FIBAs, a Goodwill, and the Pan American Games.
yeah.
They did win gold when she did play in '84.
She hurt her knee though.
Like how good? Like I don't know. I guess I'm with A. Will now. I would just want to see her play before I would just say like she's downright,
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
I mean, we seen
Cooper play.
Yeah, we seen Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson.
Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie, like Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi, like
Might not have been able to see.
Brittany
They
Stewart.
They said she
I
hurt her
mean,
knee though.
Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, like I've seen.
We seen Brittany Griner play.
We even mentioned Maya Moore.
Yeah. Simone Augustus.
Simone Augustus, like yeah, like
Cheryl, Shamika Holsquaw. Come on, man. We seen some female hoopers.
what's the girl that played?
Dawn
for the Dream?
Staley?
What's the girl that played for the Dream? Played for the Atlanta Dream. She played at Louisville, didn't she? What's her name? Oh my God.
I mean, we seen what's Della Don.
Yeah. Oh, y'all gonna be. I'm so mad at myself for not knowing. Her name.
Sylvia Fowles. That's what you talking about?
No.
I went and looked it up. It's only 59 seconds worth though.
I'm so mad at myself.
Oh, there we go. Go highlight. Look like Reggie. She just like Reggie with a fro.
She do look like
She looked just like Reggie.
She
almost yammed that boy.
Angel McCautry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
She almost yammed that boy.
She's a dog. She's dunking.
She literally.
Angel McCautry?
Yeah,
No?
she was dunking.
Dude, this Reggie.
Who the fro?
Dude, this is nothing but Reggie.
Let me see. Well, we look at those. I do.
Yeah, this is nothing but Reggie. That's Reggie. Did you see the form?
Come on, man, with that double pump, man.
Did you see the
Come on,
Reggie?
man.
That ain't number Reggie. She taught Reggie everything he know. Look at that.
Oh,
That's Reggie.
You look like some Dr. J highlights.
That's Reggie.
Go ahead, man. Can we start the shout outs, please?
Shout out Cheryl Miller.
I'm done looking at them Cheryl Miller highlights. Please. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch Cheryl Miller.
Oh, wow.
See how he mad disrespectful.
No disrespect, Cheryl Miller.
Nah, you can't say that, man.
Shout out to the Miller family.
Alright, man.
Go Pacers.
Not a chance in hell. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Goodfellas87. That's a 3 instead of the E. Like us on IG at Goodfellas Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a like on Facebook. Y'all got anything y'all want to add? Finals coming up Thursday.
Finals is Thursday.
Finals is Thursday.
And I don't got much. Shout out! My mom's birthday was the other day. Shout out, Mom Dukes, 26. Shout out my Aunt Roy, who's a loyal listener too as well, and she's a loyal member. On our Facebook page, her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
And happy belated to Mama Doolittle. Oh,
And
what a party at?
shout out to Brewfest, man. Shout out to Brewfest on Saturday. Man.
Brewfest is Saturday.
So Brewfest is Saturday. Like we out there, man.
Goodfellas in the building.
Goodfellas will be out there.
I don't drink, but I'll be there.
Maybe we'll do a live.
Go
tape.
live.
Maybe we'll go live.
Go live.
You know. Maybe we'll do a live taping on the Goodfellas page.
Be well.
So no, shout out that. But that's all I got this week.
Hey, what you got?
I'm just gonna give a shout out to all our loyal listeners.
Yeah.
Man. Everybody that's been rocking with us since day one. Everybody showing us support on Facebook, Twitter, IG, on Apple Podcasts. Just man, keep showing us your love and support.
Yeah, man, we coming up next week will be our 30th episode.
Oof.
30.
30.
30 for 30?
30 for 30. That's, ooh.
We should do it 30 for 30. We should do it 30 for 30.
Ooh,
We should find a subject. We should just do it 30 for 30.
30 for 30. We'll talk about this more. I like how
What
this
if we
sounds.
get? What if we all give our top 10 athletes of all time?
We'll talk about this off air.
We'll get something good.
But 30 episodes is a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. Shout out to everybody that's ever gave us feedback. Booth, what you got?
At the end of the day, man, I'm good.
Hey, good, huh?
Oh, man.
Short words.
Over there.
Oh, man.
Hey man, if you ever need a Facebook caption, send your picture over there. Daniel Slipknotty over there. He will get you together. I'm telling you, he will give you the best caption ever.
I guess there's one more thing I just wanted to add. For all our listeners and all our business and entrepreneurs out there, we started something called Promo Fridays on our page, where we're going to promote a business every Friday, Chicago business, black-owned business, any business across the world. So anybody, interested and us showing the page some love, let us know.
Hit us up, man. If you're cooking, you got good food, let us taste your food. You know what I'm talking about?
Clothes,
Let us know.
design, anything like that. So we just want to just help spread the word and help kind of just promote each other as a team wise. So like I said, anybody interested, please holler at us and we'll holler at y'all too.
Support black business.
We support our business.
We do, but I always want to uplift our people.
I understand.
All business matter.
All business.
All business matters.
Especially black businesses. And we are going to support the black business. Brother Wilson. Brother A. Will. You got anything else you want to say? Anybody else you want to say? Any business ventures you want to?
No, just when you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, just rate, review,
Yeah.
and give us some feedback.
When is summertime coming? That's the last thing I'm going to ask.
June 22nd.
Because it starts at June 22nd. So
Usually
hold your horses.
summer starts Memorial Day weekend, the weather get nice.
It's still spring.
Yes.
You live in Chicago. It's still spring. Summer doesn't start till June 22nd. Stop being a thought.
No, I'm saying though, the weather usually breaks. Memorial Day usually kicks it off unofficially though.
No, that season is after Memorial Day.
Not with this weather, bro.
Not summer.
You hear this, I'm saying? No, bro.
We'll talk about that more off the air.
On that note, yeah, you might be right. Love, live life. We will holler at y'all for 30 for 30. I like how that sounds.
30 for 30.
We'll come back with that next week, man. We'll holler at y'all.